These two have been responsible for nearly everything that's gone out wide, and Masanga probably the pick of the back three. Horrell's got plenty of ability, but it's Masanga. The ball goes to him, more likely he scores. They've got two players in the top 5 try scorers in the comp.
I don't mind this ground because they have won both matches on their 2 previous visits to Suncorp Stadium, the Chiefs and the Reds. Final message there in their dressing room. Just the one change, Keno, up front. Ben Daly back in the #1 jumper.
Yeah, and the Reds were put under a little bit of pressure at scrum time last week. The Chiefs will look to exploit that, but Hansen and Slipper have been consistently playing well. But it's Simmons and Horwell. Simmons is getting back to that World Cup form that got him into the World Cup squad last year, and Horwell is always consistent. And the back row, Schatz, Higginbotham has been outstanding week in and week out. And Liam Gill, what a game he had last week against the Crusaders.
On the back line, Will Genia needs to really take the ball to the advantage line and really make sure he asks questions of those little pillars just outside the ruck. Ben Lucas at 10 will spread the ball wide. Mike Harris, Anthony Fanga. They had Carter and Fruin last week. This week, Sonny Bill Williams and Kahui. Morahan, Shipperley, also Digby Ioane on the wing. Digby Ioane just starting to get back to some really good form after missing 4 or 5 games.
Head-to-head, these two teams have shared the honours over the years. They've played 16 times, 8 apiece. Craig Clark, isn't he doing a great job as captain of the Chiefs? And he leads his team out onto Suncorp Stadium. They're out to extend their record-breaking winning streak to 10 consecutive games. They're the top Kiwi team. They haven't been beaten since week 1 back in February. They're at the stage where they are the first New Zealand team to visit Brisbane since the Crusaders lost last year's final to the Reds. Try-scoring machine #1.
Tomalomo, 7 tries so far in Super Rugby.
James Horwell, the captain of the Queensland Reds. They've won their last 6 games against Kiwi opposition at Suncorp, but they have never beaten the Chiefs at this venue, coming off a 4-point loss to the Crusaders in a rematch of last year's finalists. And it was the Reds' best defensive effort this year, keeping their try line safe. Here's the roar for the Reds back at home. They'll need to have better discipline. Last week they got on the wrong side of referee Bryce Lawrence 17 times. They have to rediscover their attacking mojo as well. They're the only Aussie side yet to score a 4-try bonus point. They haven't scored more than 2 tries in any match at Suncorp in 2012. Is that all about to change? Well, the #7 might have something to say about that. Liam Gill, 19 years of age. Gee, he's been in hot form.
The simple fact is he's the most pure open-side flanker out on the field. He is the fetcher. The Chiefs have picked running back rowers.
I'll tell you what, he stood up last week, didn't he, against Richie McCaw, when McCaw came off the bench last week against the Crusaders.
Well, the Chiefs have already beaten the Force on Aussie soil in 2012. They have to go back-to-back on this side of the Tasman for the first time since 2007, coming off a 13-point win over the Lions last week. The Lions are the 15th place team, remember, and they still managed to run in 3 tries against them, so their defence wasn't all that great.
How do you stop that man there? Sonny Bill Williams. I think Anthony Fanga, Mike Harris will have their hands full there. They'll have to go low on Sonny Bill.
Only 1 try this year, Sonny Bill Williams, but of course he's had a hand in many. Well, the referee is Marius Jonker from South Africa, his 47th Super Rugby game. Television match official Steve Wasinski on the touchlines, Andrew Lees and Simon Moore. Rob Simmons is ready. Week 12. And it is the Chiefs kicking off. And a good take by the Reds. They've had a very good start.
Oh, it's come loose straight away,
yeah,
Chiefs.
in recent weeks, the Reds, but that was very, very sloppy indeed. But now they somehow get it back. And Harris gives it to for Anger, and wide it goes, and that's not a great pass.
Well, it was open too, wasn't it, for Digby Ioane?
Well, that's the sign. Transition ball. Well, they did give it back to the Chiefs, got it back, decided to go, and then it was such a strong, forced pass. The wide one straight over the top of Ioane.
Sideline, Brendan Kennan. Good atmosphere, Kennan. Great conditions.
Oh, wonderful conditions. Don't you love Sunday afternoon football, or any afternoon when rugby's played? A little bit of a swirly breeze up high. That'll bother the fullbacks, but good conditions for a fast pitch.
Plenty of mums in the crowd, Cano.
A lot of good-looking ones too, Tim.
Let's not go there.
So Mo Schwalger has it trapped at the back for the Chiefs. Very good field position for them. Maybe a bit of a nervous start by the Reds, but now Leonard breaks away and can't get away from Gill. Schwalger taken by the 2 Reds front rowers, Slipper and Daly. Leonard to Cruden. Here's the chip in behind, and it's out on the full. He was kicking across to the left wing to the Fijian flyer. That's Ali Tikaratuma.
Luke Morahan positioned himself well for the Reds. You could see the option was there.
Right-footed kicking with his inside legs, always a hard one. If he cross-foot kick the other side of the field, it's the easier one for him.
He's in very good form, Aaron Cruden. 145 points so far in the competition.
I mentioned that the Chiefs won on their 2 previous visits to Suncorp Stadium, but the Reds, in fact, have won their last 2 encounters, both of them in the Waikato. So going for 3 on the trot. The Reds played late last year, just before the playoffs, and the Reds won that one 19-11. And here's Genia going high, still inside Reds territory, coming down around halfway. Higginbotham challenge, but it's there for Leonard. Williams to Messam and Cruden. Here's the fullback up from inside his own territory, chiming in, Andrew Horrell.
Oh, get back. Roll away. Be strong. Clean him out.
Sonny Bill Williams. Tackle by Anthony Fanga around the ankles. There's Horrell again looking for some early touches, the fullback.
Gee, they're looking sharp. Liam Gill over the ball.
Liam Gill's got it.
Yeah.
Well done, Liam Gill. And here's Daly.
Roll away, wide 6.
Reds still unable to get out of their own territory. Morahan gives it to Lucas, and he's taken by Bradley. Fanga.
Roll wide.
Genia. Now it's the captain, Horwell. Taken by Messam. 10-metre mark.
I think the Chiefs have got this.
Oh, it was a big hit from Messon.
And he's got the ball now, and he pops it out to Harris. Now the cover is coming across him, Masunga. Harris gets the fed going, pops it over. They won't catch more. The winger Shipley. Dom Shipley tried to the Reds. What a start after all that.
That comes from defensive pressure, 60 metres downfield. You move up that quick. I think it was just one of the second rows, and the Chiefs threw a very weak pass. Mike Harris read it, kept running, got a Fengo. Thought he might get there on his own, but a perfectly timed pass to Dom Shipley to finish it off, Tim.
Gee, he was patient too, Mike Harris, wasn't he? He was through. He knew he didn't have the pace. He knew he had Shipley on his right-hand shoulder.
He nearly had the pace. That surprised me how he kept pushing forward.
He waited the pass at the right time. There was Messam through it. Harris scooped on it straight away. He knew he was going to get taken. A lovely palm on Horrell. And then Shipley. Really good option.
Oh, here we go again. Yeah, it is Messam. He was looking for a short runner. Cruden went wide when he should have been coming on the narrow ball. And Harris took off. What a start. Spectacular form. And Shipley, the try scorer, unknown outside of Queensland.
8 tries for his career, 6 this year, so he's a top try scorer for the Reds.
Former hurdler in his schoolboy days, a champion.
Well, you can see the Chiefs have come with an attitude to move the ball and throw it around. Messam at first receiver a couple of times.
72% for Mike Harris, 26 from 36 in 2012. Started the year with that wonderful run of around 20 shots at goal without missing. So 5 minutes into the match, and Harris, no, can't add the extra 2, but he was the one that pulled off the intercept and set up the try for Shipley. So 5-0, perfect start, Reds. Brendan Cannon.
Yeah, great start, considering when they've been in their own half since the game has kicked off. An opportunist try, but one that will give them a lot of confidence as this game unfolds.
Cruden kicks off. Reds have now scored 19 tries but conceded 24. The Chiefs 28, conceding 12.
Oh, how good was that from James Horwell?
Genia in no hurry to get his hands on this ball.
What's the second for me, please, Maureen? I mean, the collection, I mean.
Jake Schatz at the back of the maul.
Use it once. Use it once. Use it once.
Now Genia gives it to Lucas. Harris and a cutout ball. Morahan got on the outside. Dummies. Morahan, and he's got players on the inside. He's also got Digby Ioane hovering as well.
Just couldn't get it away, Anthony Fainga.
Was that an attempted pop, or was he trying to just go over the top thing? I thought they would go with the pop ball.
Well, he just couldn't position Digby Ioane on his left-hand shoulder. And Fainga came through from behind.
They had plenty of opportunities here, Morahan, to get rid of it, but the wide ball was the one that got him on the outside of Kahui. That's a bad miss. Skipped through that one. Thought he should have given it there on the other side to Ioane. And the knock forward.
We have spoken about this before the game, both teams.
These are the sort of stuff that will create gaps in close. The fact that they've gone so wide so early, that's where the Chiefs will be looking.
Well, that's where they're trying to attack around that 13 channel of Richard Kahui. They want to stretch their defensive line against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a very close defensive pattern in the back line.
It's been working pretty well this year, second only to the Stormers.
Crouch.
Chiefs still haven't conceded a 4-try bonus point this year.
Engage.
On the other hand, the Reds haven't scored a 4-try bonus point.
Very much a really compressed defensive line in the backs, and then they drift very quickly.
What are you expecting scrum time? Kenno, you've been keeping an eye on the Chiefs throughout 2012 up front.
Oh, they've been the big improvers, Clarkie. They really have. Their general play has been outstanding, but their set piece has got greater consistency. And hence why we're talking about them chasing their 10th successive victory here tonight. These forwards have had a lot to be a part of giving the platform. But scrum time, a good, consistent, aggressive hit's been their key.
Touch. Pause. Early.
Well, the Chiefs on that occasion going early. Free kick to the Reds.
When it's slow like that, you don't get a chance to take that really quick tap. Both sides now are calling for the scrum, so there's a one-on-one opportunity in the back line.
It's really difficult when you've got the first couple of scrums of the game to get your timing right and get that interpretation of what Marius Jonker is wanting to try to do at scrum time. Then obviously the Chiefs just very keen to get out of the blocks and make a statement. Hopefully they'll control their engagement speed.
Okay, boys. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Good attacking position, but plenty of pressure there at the back for Higginbotham. And they've turned it over there. So I don't know how they got around there, but the referee must have thought that the ball was out. And so the Chiefs put it on the toe. And Morahan gets a good bounce. Taken by Masanga. Genia. Not a lot that Rob Simmons could do there.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Halfway mark.
Got to get this to ground, the Reds.
Sonny Bill grabbed it.
Stolen again. Mo Schwalger, Samoan Rugby World Cup captain. 10-metre mark, and now Cruden straightens. Through he goes. Out Cruden and Leonard. Oh, getting back there was Liam Gill in the nick of time, and he snatched it. Penalty to the Reds.
Will Genia was making the tackle.
Move your feet immediately.
Leonard must have regained that because there was no hand out for the advantage, the knock forward advantage.
Didn't Cruden put his foot down, though. And Will Genia got him from behind, which allowed, I think it was Luke Morahan, to stay his ground. Sonny Bill Williams.
Yeah, that's how it started. And then Cruden looked up and spotted Hansen, the hooker, in front of him and took off around him. Easy miss that one.
From behind, that was important.
We'll have a line out on the 10-metre mark, still in Reds territory. Queensland leading 10-0. Sorry, 5-0 after 10 minutes.
Shorter line out for the Reds. 5-man. Genia still at halfback.
One by Simmons down to Genia. He thought he spotted a gap. Soon closes when Big Ben Funu is there. 134 kgs. You really don't want to be running into him. And there he is making the tackle on Ben Daly. Genia goes in digging. Gives it to Lucas. Hands off a short ball to Higginbotham up over halfway. Tackled by Brodie McCulloch. Lucas. Fainga.
What's working well for the Reds there? Getting quick ball. So Genia's got options.
Hansen.
They're making the Chiefs work pretty hard in defence.
Now it's to Anger. He can go from Ben Daly. The hamstring problem this last week, but good to see him back. And now Fainga almost through. Good meters here by the Reds. Horwell taken by Messam.
That's about his 5th tackle in a row, Liam Messam.
Wide ball.
Great
Sonny
tackle.
Bill Williams
Sonny
came
Bill.
through.
Yeah, set him up though. Poor old Shipley. He knew it was coming. And Sonny Bill just lined him up.
That's a pity because they've worked their way. They've done a lot of hard work there, the Reds, to work their way across field, forwards through Fainga, and the forwards pick and driving. Then it comes to that moment. They're the ones you have to convert. That is a perfect tackle, Sonny Bill Williams. And a bit of don't argue in the head. Using Dom Shipley's head as a little step to help him get up.
Yeah, it's always a little reminder to let them know that you're there as you're getting up. Use them as a little bit of a platform. But the Reds have been a little bit disappointing with their outside play execution. The passes are going a little bit too high or behind the man. Not giving that ascendancy to get onto the football and really get on the outside of the Chiefs players.
I think because they're sending Anthony Fainga into the forwards for pick and drive. That's an extra man. They've lost an extra person out in the back line.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Go to the blind. Kick from Leonard. And he's going to find touch.
He likes to go that side, Brendan Lennon, because he's got a flyer outside of him in Masanga.
He's also got a wonderful turn of speed. From a standing start, he's one of the quickest halfbacks getting around.
Good take from Hall.
I hope the Reds happy to play the rolling maul. They've got a plan to tire out this big Chiefs pack.
Well, not just tire them out, but it pulls in the defenders on the fringe, which then gives them that mismatch on the outside of the attacking backs.
Makes them work.
Gania. I think Ioane might have been offside there.
Great take.
Masanga.
Brilliant stuff. Now, they've got numbers if they can move it. Horror up from full back. Cruden. Oh, and he couldn't link up. It's gone forward as well.
Gee, they scrambled well, the Reds. Good play from the Chiefs. It's counter-attacking so hard to stop.
But even if that went to hand, I think Shipley had the last man. Morahan made the tackle on Cruden.
Good take from Masanga, though, wasn't it? I'll tell you who made a lot of ground. As they went through here, Digby Ioane's come from the left wing to make some ground to get across. And allowed Dom Shipley to keep drifting across.
Yeah.
Oh, Fainga. Good hit on Horrell.
Both teams showing great intentions, though, to run the ball, which is great to see in the sunshine in Brisbane.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see, but this is where it'll get difficult for the Reds with the Chiefs seeing what the Crusaders managed to put a bit of pressure on them at scrum time. The last scrum feed the Reds had, they worked their way up on Tomalolo's side and really drove through the middle of the Red scrum.
Pause. Engage.
Penalty against the Reds.
You've asked me to watch this side, you do the same that side. Find up, please.
Well, that's not an explanation. What was the problem on the far side?
My Afrikaans English interpretation of that would have been that he's told the guys to keep their shoulders above their hips and not get their shoulders driving down towards the ground. And I think obviously Ben Daly there on the loose head side for the Reds being penalised by collapsing the scrum.
He's called that from the far side, though, Marius Jonker.
From the far side. I mean, he did say that he had warned both front rowers that from here on in, and that was the first scrum after the warning, that he wanted them to keep the engagements up rather than forcing it down.
Cruden, 53 from 64, 83%. Wonderful percentage so far in 2012. Beautiful kick to start with. Right through the post. So 5-3.
Plenty of Chiefs supporters here too in the crowd. Plenty of expats over here living in Brisbane and around the surrounding areas.
I get the feeling a lot of Aucklanders who live here in Brisbane have suddenly become from the banks of the mighty Waikato.
Well, once those cowbells start ringing, all the viewers back there in New Zealand watching their Chiefs team run around, love a cowbell at Hamilton.
So the Chiefs outside their own 22. Bill Williams. It's an offload. Tamalolo. Falling at the touchline.
Stayed a bit too high. Tamalolo.
What about the ease with which Sonny Bill Williams went into that tackle and then unloaded? You'd rarely dominate him in a tackle. That's the problem. You can cope but not conquer.
It looks now like a six-man line-out for the Reds. Liam Gill goes and stands behind Ben Lucas.
Schatz went high and dragged it in with one arm. And Daly gives it. And now hitting it up in midfield and losing the ball. Harris. Sonny Bill Williams was there to grab it. Messam.
Well, Sonny Bill made the tackle and stole the ball.
That was stupendous.
That's knocked on.
They're loose, the Chiefs. That's why the Reds, if they want to stay with the pace, they can't make mistakes because the Chiefs will.
How did Sonny Bill make this tackle? What's on Mike Harris there? Bang. And takes the ball as Mike Harris is going to ground.
Great awareness in the contact, isn't it? He's a phenomenal athlete. You see him up close. He stands, 6'3", 6'4", but gee, he can make an impact. Wonderful to watch Sonny Bill Williams.
Started every game this year, so no sign of any rotation yet.
You know, last year he had a certain urgency to him because he was on a fast track to try to get in the All Blacks. He was trying to over-impress at times with the unloads. He's calmed them down this year and not letting less go.
And I reckon that's because Wayne Smith, who was assistant coach of the All Blacks, now helping out at the Chiefs, has probably had a word in his ear at pre-season and early in this season about don't throw every pass. Just maintain your composure and you'll know when the right one's to throw. It's funny, Cano, you're a bit closer down there, but these new tight-fitting jerseys are still a bit loose on Sonny Bill.
He doesn't have a lot of spare loose skin floating around like the tight five in the Waikato team, but they are firm-fitting, almost spray-on numbers these days.
Just give me the colour,
Bit of a delay as there was some treatment for Taumalolo. He's okay. The yellow boots.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
More pressure coming from the Chiefs, but this time the penalty goes to the Reds.
Don't walk around.
He's beating them for coming around the corner.
Interesting interpretation there, because that is not dissimilar to what they did when they got the tight head from the Reds in the two or three scrums earlier. You can see they're really trying to work around the corner. James Slipper, the tight head side, number 3 for the Reds, under a lot of pressure, did very well. But Mo Schwalger trying to work his way around the left side of the scrum and through the middle, really popping up with a lot of pressure there. James Slipper under a lot of pressure, but did exceptionally well.
It's a big crowd in, isn't it, too, in the second tier and also the top tier at the north and south end.
Yeah, the weather in southeast Queensland in the last week has been sublime, and it's continued this afternoon for Mother's Day, and I'm sure there's a lot of mothers that have come out obviously to celebrate a day in their honour. But there's also a lot of people here just because it's a wonderful afternoon in Brisbane.
Harris. 4th game back from injury. That's the angle in the distance. It eventually, and that's better. So his first goal of the day, 1 from 2, and it's 8 points to 3 as the bench looks on.
Ben Tapoi there with his shoulder.
That's the injured bench, the injured Warriors.
Aaron Truden signalling a number 4 kick. Allows his forwards and the wingers to know where it's going.
Down to Jake Schatz. Genia back to Lucas. Just to get the kick away. He was under a bit of pressure there from Metallic.
It's a good result for the Chiefs as well. If you restart play and you end up with your line out about 30 metres out, you'd take that every day of the week.
Thank you. Spot on. Play. Give him in
Taken by Retallick, down to Leonard. Cruden. Bit of room out in the midfield. Pass is not a good one. Picked up by Horrell.
Right, hands off! There it comes!
Reds think they've turned this over. Who wants it? No, it's there for the Chiefs. On the 22. But now they turn it over.
Liam Gill again.
Harris. Now it's Morahan. And that is into touch up around halfway.
Oh, Liam Gill. That's extraordinary. Missed the first one, got the second one.
Wasn't it a good set-piece play off the line out, though? Sonny Bill came in on a decoy play. Mike Harris fell for it, and there was some room. This was the counter ruck, the ruck before. You watched number 7, Liam Gill. Space, and then went straight for the ball.
Well, leading into this weekend, he was second in the competition for pilfers behind David Pocock. There's a couple at least today.
Well, he certainly made New Zealand audience stand up last week over there in Christchurch against the Crusaders.
Leonard, not straight. Was right in front of us in the broadcast box and was waiting for a signal from either the assistant or for the referee to blow it up.
Gee, it was close. No, Schwalger's protesting, as every hooker does.
Yeah, that's a tough call, Clarkie. That really
I
is.
think that gap is absolutely fine. It's a good gap.
Well, I can see it tailing off towards the Chiefs, right in front.
Easy.
I think that the challenge is obviously that the referees want such a big gap at line-out time that every hooker tries to favour his own line-out, that sometimes favouring just that little bit too much just does make that impression that it's not straight.
Well,
But that was a good throw for me.
Keno, while the scrum packs Gill.
Touch.
A chance for the Wallaby 22.
Pause. Engage.
I don't think they'd carry an open side flanker in the reserves.
Right.
They'd have one. He'll come in with Pocock. If it happened last year, he would have been in the Australian 30, but not the 22.
But it's nice to be talking about another player. I mean, Michael Hooper's been in sublime form for the Brumbies.
Yeah, you find
Liam Gill, the man on screen, he really has come into his own and has really getting better and better and getting confidence each week the more time he spends in that number 7 Reds jersey.
He's going to be captain of the under-20s at the IRB Junior World Cup in South Africa next month.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Higginbotham almost intercepted. Lost forward by Leonard.
Well, the referee's got to watch Latimer, number 7, breaking early. They do it well when they wheel up the left-hand side.
There was so much for him to watch there. There were cheap players on the ground. There were flankers off. There was halfbacks offside. No, he's all right. That went backwards too.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Leonard can't believe his luck, or lack of. Almost an intercept.
You can see Scott Higginbotham. He packs in right behind the scrum, and he has to go across to the left-hand channel.
Crouch.
Try and get the ball out.
Touch. Break up. Listen, number 3. Both of you, I need you. Both higher, please. Otherwise, it's going to continue carrying on. Stop wasting time, please. There we go.
Tau Mafuna at 135 kilos. He casts an enormous shadow. He is a huge man. And Ben Daly's wrestling with him on the loose head side for the red scrum. But James Slipper, he's getting a lot of pressure put on him by Tamalolo and Mal Schwager, the
Stay bound here.
Chiefs hooker.
Crouch.
James Hansen, the Reds hooker, needs to get a good clean strike, get it to the back of the scrum and clear the ball.
Pause. Engage.
India puts it in. Penalty against the Chiefs.
You tell me. You sort it out. Thank you.
Well, I think it was a fairly indicative statement there. You tell me. I don't think Maurice Jonker knows what's going on. 2 scrums earlier, he penalised Ben Daly for doing the same thing. So maybe he's just tossing the coin each time at scrum time.
Well, at least he's not repacking the scrum 6 times, though, Cano. Make a call and make it happen.
Exactly. Let the game go on, because, I mean, none of the players want to be stuck there after repack, as the Reds advance down the field for a good attacking position at the line-out.
8-3, Reds over the Chiefs. 5 gone. Tap down to Genia. Now Lucas. That's poor. And it's been towed through. Shipley will win the race to get back there. But, oh, he coughs it up as well. Goes backwards. And there's plenty of red jumpers there, but they're back inside their 22. So, territory gain for The Chiefs, poor execution again out wide by the Reds.
Yep, their back line struggling to hit the passes.
It's a high ball for Harrison. He's going to be in all sorts of trouble here as well. He's only about a metre out. The Chiefs pile in.
He's done well to recover. 3-on-1.
He lost his nerve there. Could have unleashed a kick.
Genia will put it into touch this time to get him out of a bit of danger.
I think it was the pressure from Brendan Lennon. He's putting an enormous amount of pressure on that man, Will Genia, and also the players opting to kick out.
Look at the height he had to take that, so he was off the ground when he caught it.
Latimer came through, yeah.
Lost his nerve with the right foot. Was going to hit Latimer.
They worked well in tandem, don't they? Tanner Latimer in 7, Liam Messam in 6. That was blindside flanker last week. Moves to open side this week. Schwalger finds his captain. Short side they go. Schwalger, it's okay. Picked it up nicely.
He's trouble.
Messam taken by Higginbotham. Tulloch. Talmafuna.
Look at Brendan Leonard bringing players out.
Hands off!
Chiefs back line lined up, but the forwards will rumble it. Now Leonard releases. Cruden across field. Williams to Koiratuma.
Oh, they've got numbers on the left.
Retallick, Schwalger. Oh, he loses it. Lost
one of those
by
errors.
Schwalger.
Handling error, that's 7. Not 30 minutes gone, 7 handling errors. That's a big one. Yeah, the Reds will be pretty proud of that effort. The actual tackle was Ben Daly in the end, but it was the whole forward pack working so hard.
Yeah, they were just patient, weren't they, defensively? And plus going low on that first forward runner around the legs makes a huge amount of difference.
One through, stay off the arm and over. Just the colour, Maury. Crouch. Touch. Pose. Engage.
Genia with the put in. Higginbotham pops it up to Genia, and he goes for the kick down to halfway.
This will be interesting. Did he take that out? No, already in touch.
Already in touch is the call. And the look at also is whether the ball crossed the line of touch, the plane of touch. Yeah.
Thank you. Keep it open.
Take it to back by Craig Clark. Leonard lays it back. Messam moving back in the tackle with defence Reds. They can go Schwalger. Leonard. Now Cruden. Oh, great ball. Kahui. And he has got his winger. Tiko Ratuma. Cover comes across. But the Chiefs are going to have advantage here.
Oh, they've got numbers to the right-hand side if they want to shift it.
Cruden puts on some footwork, and Sonny Bill Williams untouched.
Simply brilliant. They had the numbers out wide, so the Reds were tentative. They were on edge. Cruden took it between 2 defenders, and he just ran a very straight line. It was a good one. You can't keep an eye on him the whole time, but they'd come so close to scoring just seconds earlier. The Reds were so pinched down in the corner defending, and then this. Simmons stood his ground. He was never going to get Sonny Bill, even if he moved out onto him.
Well, they had too many numbers in attack on the right-hand side because the Reds had scrambled defensively, and Rob Simmons just coming in off his line. Cruden starting to take this game now by the scruff of the neck. He's got so many options.
He goes through the line and then throws the pass around the corner. That's what benefited Kahui on the big run.
Yeah. Yeah, he's attacking the defensive line now. Liam Gill down injured. And he's really taking the ball to the line and starting to look for runners.
Cruden in front. He adds the extra 2, and the Chiefs are in front by 10 points to 8.
Tell you what Kahui does really well, though. He expects Aaron Cruden to make a half break and runs off his shoulder. And New Zealand teams do so well. 10 minutes just before half-time, and the 10 minutes after half-time, they really put their foot to the floor, pick the pace of the game up.
Well, that has certainly silenced the big crowd at Suncorp Stadium for the time being.
Well, there's still numbers here.
Clark and Tamalolo running out wide. 7 tries in 2012 for a front row. Bradley hit hard. He lays it back, and it's pick and go, and Leonard now fires it out to Cruden. And he bangs it over the head of Harris.
This has got to go long, Mike Harris.
Stay in, Red.
He's kept it in.
Play on.
And Bradley on the 22. Sonny Bill Williams. Offloading, and they've got quick hands and numbers on the far side. Here come the Chiefs. Masanga, and away they go. It's going to be a try to Liam Messam. Well, they opened them up. 2 tries in the matter of minutes. And the Chiefs, this is why they're on top of the table.
Well, that's unbelievable. Sonny Bill Williams stood up 2 players and created the overlap on the right-hand side. And Liam Messam goes in right in front of the Chiefs supporters. 2 tries in 2 minutes. Unbelievable by the Chiefs.
One of the blokes he had a crack at here. Well, this was well played. Bradley knew he wasn't going to kick it. He had to throw it. I think he looked up and he saw James Horwell. He realised, I can beat him on the outside, which then finished off him and Rob Simmons. Didn't have numbers, but when Morahan's struggling to catch him, he's fast. We know that about Masanga. And then Liam Messam did the finishing touches. Too easy.
It was the ball from Andrew Horrell as well. The quick hands. Sonny Bill, little in and away. He draws 2 players. Simmons had to come in. Horrell, that pass there. The second last pass. Masanga, so quick.
The Reds just ran out of men.
Absolutely brilliant to watch, just to see the skill execution there, the quick hands, as you say, but also Sonny Bill looking like he had all the time in the world to position his outside Chiefs players there to give Missam the chance to get over for a try in the corner. Outstanding play from the Chiefs.
He's a wonderful player, isn't he, Liam Messam?
9 test matches. He's a great sevens exponent as well.
It looked like they were playing sevens then, the Chiefs.
And Cruden nails another one. So they were down 5-3 not so long ago. Now all of a sudden it's 17 points to 8.
They've got so much belief and trust in each other, this team. And Alex Bradley caught the ball from behind his 22. He looked up and he knew there were options on his right-hand side.
Liam Messam's 3rd try this year, 21 for his career. 89th game of Super Rugby, so he's equal first now with Sitiveni Sivavatu as far as the Chiefs' caps are concerned. Well, the Reds really have to try and hit back, or certainly restrict the scoring before the break.
Oh, they're getting offloads away, the Chiefs, too easily.
Decoy Ratuma. And already they're up towards halfway. They're on a roll. Reds very close to being offside out wide as well. There's Andrew Horrell. Kicks it down to Morahan. And the chase is good too. Now it's across to Genia.
Stop, Red. Stop here.
It's not out either. So Azali, Tiko Ratuma runs it back. Genia makes the tackle. But the Chiefs, great attacking position again. Horrell out to that man, Cruden. Bradley.
Well, Bradley had numbers on his right-hand side as well.
Tamalolo. Cruden. Schwalger. Leonard to Cruden. Kahui. Richard Kahui pops it out to Tiko Ratuma, and he's into touch, but gee, wonderful skills. They're backing themselves.
Yeah, Kahui in a lot of trouble in back play, though. He's down.
He showed a lot of trust and faith that you talked about before to throw that ball on the outside, and maybe by the injury he just wanted to get rid of it. But he beat Will Genia for pace on the outside.
Well, the backs are getting confused. They threw a decoy play in here, and Genia got caught running for the decoy play.
I just asked the question.
Dom Shipley ended up tackling no one in the initial instance.
He's no good, Richard Kahui. A lot of trouble.
Landed awkwardly.
And once again, Aaron Cruden is taking the ball to the line, and he's got options, whether it's forward runners or decoy plays. The Reds' defensive line are holding off.
Collarbone or shoulder? Where does he land? Oh.
In some pain. Richard Kahui. 17 test matches for the All Blacks. 64th game for the Chiefs. In wonderful form, like Sonny Bill Williams, whose centre partner. He started every game this year.
He's not happy because that combination of Sonny Bill Williams and Kahui could take this side a long way in this competition, and I'd say he's going to struggle.
Sitiveni Sivavatu is no longer with the Chiefs, and they've picked up another Fijian-born player, Osieli Tiko Ratuma. So they've done well there. But unfortunately, the game is over. Let's hope the season is not over for Richard Kahui.
No, with Richard Kahui leaving the field, Jackson Willison comes on in his place. So that's a new combination in the centres.
Been around a while though, Willison. 32nd appearance. 33rd now. Lucas.
Well, it's not much in the way of a touch finder.
Yeah, but I think that Ben Lucas has decided we can't keep kicking the ball long and giving the back three of the Chiefs room to move. Let's get it into touch and set our defensive line off the line out of the Chiefs. They're on a roll.
The Chiefs have scored 2 tries in a row. Can they go up with another one before the break? Schatz coming through, trying to disrupt it. And it's still there for the Chiefs.
Higginbotham's in there with Schatz as well. Brendan Leonard screaming for the ball.
Messam, one of the try scorers, got away from one.
Turnover. Is that Hall?
No, Leonard's got it back, and Clark gives it out now to Williams, and wide they go. Willison, he's only been on there for a minute or two, and he's only a metre or two out. Oh, try! I think the big fella's got it down again.
Is that Tomalolo again?
We'll check. We're going to go upstairs and check. So low to the ground, so hard to stop.
And so often he does it.
Well, they were
hang on.
They were short on numbers.
You had it legally, then it became a maul, and then he stole it. No, you're wrong.
Tomalolo, is this his 8th try in Super Rugby 2012? He thinks it is.
He makes some of the funniest noises after he scores the tries, whooping and hollering. James Hall was having a blow-up. Now here's the try.
Well, they had numbers on the right-hand side. Willison, you thought, was going to push it to Masanga on the right.
Here comes Tomalolo, right of your screen. Starts licking his lips, going, I'm going to get me another try here. It's on the ground, whether or not it's over the line. Looks like it.
Will Genia was close.
You may want to try.
Try to the Chiefs. 3 tries. Close to half-time.
He is a try-scoring machine, Tomalolo, in the fluoro yellow boots. You've got to have game to back it up, and game he does have in 2012. with Clark pushing into the left side of the maul there, it really opened it up, and Genia was a little bit isolated. You can't stop a man of this size and this presence on a rugby field. He can sniff a try out. Unbelievable from the Chiefs. 3 tries in 10 minutes.
This crowd has gone quiet. 22-8. Cruden hasn't missed one all day. Will it come round? Not this time. So, what about the lead now?
Well, it's the weight of possession too, Clarkie. In the last 10 or 15 minutes, the Reds turned over 2 balls, which really has turned this game in the back line. The Chiefs have now had nearly 60% of the ball. The Reds look tired, making a lot of defensive tackles. Digby Ioane struggling to get into the game.
Harris goes high. 1 minute remaining. Penalty. Well, obstruction.
Oh, they're fortunate there.
Obstruction. Leave the ball, 10.
Take the 3.
No, I've got to take the 3. Just before half-time. Oh, he's not going. He's going to go for touch. Big call. James Horwill
Gets the crowd interested.
Yeah, he's got 30 seconds to go before half-time. They probably think, well, 3 points is maybe not enough,
But their rolling maul's been going well all afternoon. They've employed it nicely. That's where they'll back themselves here.
Yeah, they will. They've got a little bit of dominance in the forward set play.
Well, Hall takes it cleanly. They're playing advantage here for the Reds as well. Penalty.
you'd have to go back to touch again.
There's a bit of push and shove going on in back play. Ben Daly and Liam Messam.
Taking out the supporter.
Oh, he can tap and go right-hand side.
Just watch it. Easy, just watch.
Liam Messam pretty happy, I think, to lead away a few seconds as well.
So you can't go for touch now, can you?
Taking out the supporter.
Because the hooter's gone.
James Horwell charges into them.
All away.
The Reds desperate for a try to try and peg back this deficit.
6.
They're going to try and edge their way over, and they're only about a metre out.
Goal 2.
Higginbotham tried to stretch out, couldn't get there.
1 white, leave it.
Daly, no way through there.
Oh, Sonny Bill's in there. They're going to try and hold him up.
But Daly
Held up over the line, no.
back in the field of play.
Leave it white.
I'll tell you what, he's done very well to get the ball back, Daly.
Simmons trying to get across for his first ever try.
Gee, that was close.
9 white.
Get him.
Blood is all over the place there.
There's the ball in front of Genia. There's a go.
Lucas! Ben Lucas! Try to the Reds. Well, the decision to go for the try has paid off after the siren. They're back.
Well, Genia had 2 options. He had Lucas on his left-hand side, and Mike Harris was standing on the right. It looked like he was going to go short to James Horwell onto the post. The Chiefs had so many stacked defenders next to that maul.
If Lucas was another 4 inches taller, they would have made the tackle. It's just that he was able to shrug with his comparative stoutness.
Well, he's starting to play with some width now, Lucas. It's the pass of Genia that gets him outside of Aaron Cruden. A bad miss from Cruden, he knows it too. Because it's kept the Reds in this game.
Has it what? The Fords worked so hard before this came out. This is from the line-out. They got the penalty as, well, they played the line-out. There's Nick Frisbee, one of the reserves. Sayafang will be on in the second half as well. They're happy because they know they're a chance. 14 down at half-time. They were long shots.
Could have made that try as well. Those Digby Ioane stayed very wide,
Yep.
which kept Masanga out to the right-hand side and allowed Lucas that bit of space.
Ben Lucas has re-signed with the Reds. And the program, as quoted as saying, it was all because of loyalty to the team, and he wants to play 100 times for Queensland. This is his 47th cap and his 3rd start at fly half, because there's still no Quade Cooper. It's Mike Harris.
How important is this conversion in this game?
There's the angle and the distance, and the strike is good. over the black dot. So they hit back in the nick of time. So it's 22 points to 15. Chiefs over the Reds. Let's go to Brendan Cannon.
Yeah, thanks, Larky. Under a lot of pressure in that first half, but a great way for the Reds to finish the first half with that try.
Yeah, it certainly was. They came out firing at us. I mean, we started well, and then they came bullet to gate, so it's great to get those last points just before half-time.
You've got to treasure possession against the Chiefs, don't you?
Certainly do. I mean, look what they did to us with about 10 minutes of ball. So,
all right, mate. All the best in the second half.
Thanks, Cannon.
Half-time here at Suncorp, 22 to 15. The Chiefs just in front of the Reds. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Save and manage money responsibly is important for all kids. At today's game, each of the Rookies to Reds participants on the field have been awarded a St. George Maxi Save account with $10 to kickstart their savings. St. George has made it simple to save with their new Maxi Save account with a great interest rate. To find out more, visit your local St. George branch. It is time for the odds update on Betfair here at half-time. The Chiefs are currently paying $1.20. The Queensland Reds are paying $5. Join Betfair
Can we have the monitor so we can see the stats? You happy there?
He's locking off.
Yep. 3-shot. Well, 4-shot. Yeah, stats there, righto.
Okay, I'll go time and opposition 22 and penalties conceded. Penalties conceded.
That's a big improvement for the Reds. Remember last week?
Yep.
Way 17.
Worked on it. Righto, let's have a look. Yeah, mate, just looking now. Missed tackles. And then line breaks, they go together anyway. So, yeah, piece them together. That was where they were good last week.
Okay.
Handheld in channel 2. Yep, I'm hearing myself in the IFB. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Good start by the Reds. Intercept by Harris, and Shipley was on the end to open the scoring.
Yeah, good play by the Reds against the run of play. Mike Harris, his patience was superb. But then Sonny Bill, after about 2 or 3 phases, straight through the middle. And this was the first of the Chiefs' tries and split them apart.
Set up a bit of a purple patch. This was from a kick return, some brilliant hands. It came to Masanga, who capitalised with his feet. Have a look at that work there, and then the pop pass, and it was Liam Messam. We know from his 7 days how much pace he's got. Brilliant team try. That was their second. There was one to come.
Gee, it split them apart. They didn't. Aaron Cruden was the one that was going forward. And they just had too many numbers here, the Chiefs. And Tomolomo goes over for his 8th try in Super Rugby.
And then as the Reds were getting blown apart, a minute to go before half-time, they took the line out, the Fords hammered away, and Ben Lucas capitalised on a long Will Genian pass and get them back in the game.
22 points to 15. The Chiefs over the Reds, 5 tries in that opening 40. 3 for the Chiefs, Taumalolo Messam and Sonny Bill Williams. Cruden 2 conversions and 1 penalty. And for the Reds, Lucas and Shipley got the 5-pointers. Harris 1 conversion and 1 penalty goal. Well, it was very timely, that try just before half-time for the Reds that got him back in there. So they'll be breathing a little easier, only 7 down.
Well, they made the decision. They went, let's not run for the 3, because I think they get the feeling the Chiefs are going to score a lot of tries. The Reds are going to have to keep up with them.
Well, they just can't rely just on penalty goals. You can see the time in the opposition half that the Chiefs have had is nearly 5 minutes, and in 40 minutes of rugby, that's too many. The Reds' defensive line is in tatters. And also, but the penalties conceded by the Chiefs, that's really costing them. The Reds have only given away 1 penalty compared to last week. I think they gave away about 17 against the Crusaders.
Have a look at these ones. Missed tackles. It's on the back of line breaks. They've let 6 through. That's probably lucky that it's that low. The Chiefs have only busted through that many. But the Reds, they fixed the missed tackles up last week, only missed 14 for the game. They've got to repair that.
So plenty of talk at the moment in the Reds camp, but they're not out of it. Timely try before half-time, keeping their hopes alive. Back in a flash.
The gateway to Forex ECM with interbank liquidity in an institutional level trading environment. Experience FX Pro C-Trader with level 2 pricing, one-click order execution, advanced charting tools, and C-Algo where robots are traders. FX Pro. Trade Forex like a pro.
What a cracking first half. Fletcher Dyson joins me. The Reds hit back beautifully towards the end of that half. They need to really fire up for the second overtime. Meaning they do. The Reds start. We've got to start the Chiefs' possession. You know, we've got to start the second half as they started the first half. Just full trouble. That's the way we're going to frustrate the Chiefs. And that's exactly what we're looking for in the second half. But of course, the crowd, we want you to get right behind our boys. One of the things we saw exactly was it was a game of 2 halves in that first half. The Reds really did come out and give it to the boys from New Zealand first up.
Yeah, well, they did. They lost momentum. As soon as the Sonny Bill, we can't let Sonny Bill Williams have any moving room whatsoever. He's got a great knack of offloading. We just got to keep the pressure up. Defence, defence, defence.
All right, we need your help, Queensland. We need to make it nice and loud. Second half of footy. It's a pretty close game when you look at it. Chiefs 22, Reds 15. It is time to get back to the footy action. We want you to be loud, Queensland. We are red. We are red. We are red. Come on. Come on.
Plenty of tries at Suncorp Stadium in the first 40, and Sona Taumalolo has ached for a prop. He'll be kicked out of the front rowers union, no doubt about that. Ben Lucas scoring just before the break, his first 4 of the season. Brendan Canada's with the Reds coach, Ewan McKenzie.
You want an entertaining first half, but what was said for the Reds at half-time to get back into the game?
Oh, look, they're getting fast possession out wide. That's why they're able to test our defence out a little bit. So we need to obviously do a bit better on the wide breakdowns. Yeah, we've done some good work mixing up the play. If we kick the ball, we've got to chase it a bit better, especially across the park. Lots of little things. We've got some good pressure on the line out time. Scrums need to tidy up. So there's lots of bits and pieces, but we're still in there, keeping going.
All the best, mate.
Thanks, mate.
James, you ready? Right. The defending champions up against real contenders in 2012, the Chiefs. And that's going to go the 10, and that's brilliant work by the Reds to start this second half. Slipper goes to ground. Now Saifa'inga is on there in 16, so first touch for him. Had injury concerns throughout the year so far, Saifa'inga, so he's out there with his twin brother.
The Reds have had their chat. This is where they're benefiting. They started the game in this fashion, pick and drive and rolling mauls. And Genia still not ready for it. So pick and go from Horwell, taken by Big Ben Kamuthuna.
Ben Lucas has got to be able to get Digby Ioane into the game.
Here's Slipper. Ben Daly over the advantage line, goes the front rower, not held, so he got up and picked up another metre, and so they rumble even further. Now it's Gill. The crowd starts to roar as the Reds look to score first in the second half.
Well, the Chiefs are standing off.
Higginbotham! Over!
He's there.
Try to the Reds either side of half-time. The crowd's on their feet.
What a start from the Reds. The crowd's not back from the bar yet.
Well, whoever's back is certainly on their feet. They can't believe the start.
That is tactically superb. From the kick-off, the low, hard kick-off to Rob Simmons straight from Mike Harris. That's how they got the ball. And from there, they went another 40 metres.
There's the pace from Scott Higginbotham. He's not taking it flat-footed. Watching come at pace. Lovely ball straight through. The Chiefs were just standing back flat-footed.
The Reds have identified that they don't want to know about the hard work on each side of the breakdown. Therefore, they're going to go at them. They did this to score the try. Well, Nelly scored the try just before half-time, and then the try came a little wider. They're going to make these Chiefs forwards work so hard that there's going to be holes open.
Ken, are you back on your seat yet?
I am, Timmy. That was fantastic work from the Reds. They had success in the first half with the pick and drives, and that has obviously been spoken about at half-time, because within the opening 2 minutes of the second half, that's what they've done, an immediate success. And I agree, Higginbotham really launched himself onto that, and the Chiefs too complacent on their own try line. On their heels, you've got to get off the line and really meet the attack.
Higginbotham, 4 tries in 2012, 16th for his career, and Harris looking to level the score. Takes plenty of time. Mike Harris. Nice strike. It's a beauty.
Well, that's 14 points in 2 minutes for the Reds. Right on half-time, 7 points. Then 2 minutes after half-time, 14 points.
But that golden period where the Chiefs scored their 3 tries in, what, about 8 minutes? They came so easily. The Reds, it's quite obvious they're going to have to work extremely hard for their tries, but they're going to come. If they're smart enough and disciplined enough, they're going to get them.
Aaron Cruden looking to go short, and does.
5 tries in 11 minutes, according to the official clock. Doesn't say a lot about the defence, but it certainly says quite a bit about the attacking quality. And Genia goes high. This is the first time in 2012 that the Reds have scored 3 tries at Suncorp Stadium. Sonny Bill Williams stepping.
Who's round his leg? Fainga.
This is a replacement, Jackson Wilson. He's out there because Richard Kahui had to go off with an arm injury.
Gee, that tackle had to be made by Jake Schatz as well. I think it was Liam Messon had numbers.
Tiko Ratuma offloading.
Liam Gill's on that ball, doesn't get it.
Short side they go. Taumalolo pops it back to Tiko Ratuma. 10-metre mark. Advantage being played here for the Reds. There's the penalty, holding on.
Liam Gill amplifying the problem right there, and they're giving him a pat all over the back, the bum, everywhere.
Yeah, great work and good defence by the Reds there. The Chiefs almost instructing their own pick and drive, but really on the fringe. They did very well to control the football, but Liam Gill ever present and an absolute nemesis for the Chiefs. Update on Richard Kahui. It does appear as though he's dislocated his shoulder.
Oh, that is unfortunate news for Kahui. Change here for the Reds. We've got 17 Greg Holmes going on for Ben Daly. Holmes played last week against the Crusaders. Handy replacement.
Yeah, Ben Daly's right shoulder doesn't look too flash either on the sideline.
Sayafanga down to Simmons. Genia Lucas. There's Schatz running in midfield. Pick and go. Came off the leg, so it's play on, and Leonard, they're looking for the quick counter now. Messam got rid of Lucas, but Harris goes in to make the tackle with Holmes.
Hard to roll away from there.
Taumifuna, just 20 years of age. Taumalolo, just 30 years of age. Running around like an 18-year-old.
You're still asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, just a little knock on though.
From the side came after the knock on.
Taumalolo, Taumifuna, a lot of runners, but I tell you what, the Reds' defence, they're not going backwards. They're coming off the defensive line and putting some pressure onto the big boys and going low and getting them to ground.
Yeah, they're coping with them up front. It's when it goes wide, especially with some room around Sonny Bill Williams.
Last three scrums were great. Keep it that way.
Robinson, who do you drag off? Jake Schatz, I guess.
Oh, he's been superb.
You're not going to grab Gill or Higginbotham, are you?
Crouch.
Well, as the game opens up, you probably want two flyers out there, and Gill.
Touch.
And also Bo Robinson.
Engage.
Genia with the put-in.
So the game's already opened up.
Yeah, plenty of tries. And Genia has a run.
Who's with him?
Nobody.
Simmons is on the left.
Simmons, he won't need him. Will Genia, absolutely brilliant.
Is that the first bonus point try of the year by the Reds?
It is the first bonus point try of the year, and it puts the Reds back in front. But I want to say it's the best piece of action we've seen from Will Genia in 2012. We saw it in the final. He's back.
It was very similar position where he scored that try too, just kept going. Finally, the smile, the frustrated smile. There's Blake Cooper. On your Willie.
Oh, they're both smiling, Genia and Cooper. Genia just backed himself.
He just kept going.
Lovely break. He got some width on it. Latimer went wide because Digby Ioane was the runner that Genia was trying to pick up. And then Genia was looking, and then Masanga. You don't see him stood up that often, and Genia goes over.
I can't believe it. I can believe that Bradley got done for pace, and the Reds will remember that. But it's Masanga. I guess he got off to a slow start, but he is so quick with ball in hand. You would have thought that he had Genia covered. He is lightning.
I tell you what, he's got a smile on his face this time, but in the final he didn't. He was absolutely buggered. 60-minute run in the final last year against the Crusaders, but I tell you what, there's still plenty of time to go for the Chiefs to hit back.
Oh, more than enough time. I was looking up to see that Rob Simmons was the player in support, and Rob's been across the line. He's had tries this lad. He's still looking for his first ever Super Rugby try. It's his 42nd appearance, and I'm getting ready to give him the biggest build-up ever.
I tell you what, the Chiefs scored 3 tries in 8 minutes, and the Reds now 3 tries in 8 minutes.
And Mike Harris.
This game might open up soon.
That's what we said.
It's going to blow apart, isn't it? Sunday Arvo football.
5 metres in from touch, about 25 metres back. There's the angle for Harris. Radar is working again. Sneaks in, yes.
Cano, who did Bo Robinson come on for, mate? Is it Jake Schatz there, is it?
Yeah, Jake Schatz has obviously come off, just sitting on the reserves bench there, but really enormous confidence with this Red side. Momentum is all in their favour. It's brought the crowd back in. They've found their voice. They were very quiet for 25 minutes in that first half.
Well, I think it's the ball, though. The Reds need to control the ball because the Chiefs, with ball in hand, Aaron Cruding is trying to attack the defensive line, but he can't get his hands on the ball. to try and get Sonny Bill Williams back involved in the game.
29-22, Reds over the Chiefs after the visitors led 22-15 at half-time, 9.5 minutes ago. Now Genia goes high. Shipley chases and contests, but it's been lost forward and rolls into the arms there of Bo Robinson. He keeps it in the field of play, and eventually it goes to Asiali Tiko Ratuma, who has to run it across the touchline. And so momentum, talk about a shift.
What an educated grubber kick by Bo Robinson. We'll never know whether it was luck or not, but he rolled that down the sideline. He's only just come on, of course. That's that's the first aerial mistake that the Chiefs have made this afternoon.
Hall again has been superb. Him and Simmons in the line out.
They'll just need to be patient here. You can see Saofianga with the ball at the back, just really working their way up, running out of space, almost a little bit on the sideline.
Well, that's a
try. It's a try.
Fainga. Saofianga will get up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, incredible. What was said at half-time in the Queensland Reds dressing room?
Take them on up front, I think.
Well, you watch how many backs came into the maul. A really good win from James Hall on the line out. And then about 3 backs came in. Mike Harris was the first.
Well, they pulled it down. They felt which way it was weakest to go. They went towards the sideline, as we can see on the left-hand side of the screen.
Then they cut back through the middle.
You'll watch the ball go down right in the centre there. There's Saofianga. You'll see his dreadlocks. No, but you can see the ball.
Yeah, as the line-out was setting up, you could say the structure of the Reds was probably going to be the difference. And you could just see there Saofianga with a really good centre of gravity, low to the ground, burrowing his way through. Clearly you can see the ball getting over the line, but great reward for the Reds. Line-out being set, you knew they were going to try and drive. Just before half-time, the Chiefs had really, James Horwell showing true emotion.
Pumped.
Do they know how important this game is, the Reds?
Well, they lose one more. They don't make the semis.
Well, they have the Lions here at home next Saturday night. Then they have the Brumbies away, and they're sitting well behind. I think it's 13 points behind the Brumbies at the moment.
Well, Tim, the key for the Reds here against the Chiefs, who love that free-flowing, just open football, is structure. If the Reds can keep pulling the defenders in, the pick and drive, committing the numbers and tiring them out, it's going to play a long way to a Reds victory here this afternoon.
Chiefs haven't touched the ball in the second half. It's been nearly 80% possession for the Reds.
Opposite side of the field now for Harris.
Still such a long time to go.
Just has to tweak the radar a bit, being on the right-hand side. Oh, talk about tweak the radar. In the last 21 minutes in this match, 47 points have been scored.
Oh, good Lord. Well, you watch him on those follow-through. Now he's following through. When he was missing those kicks, he was hacking and just stopping. Now, as he kicks the ball, he keeps taking another step, and that's the key to Mike Harris.
So you wouldn't want it to be your shout at half-time if there was a bit of a line-up. You'd miss 2 or 3 tries.
Still at the bar.
Well, incredible start to the second half. 3 tries by the Reds, Higginbotham, Genia and Faenga. But they can't go off the boil because we have seen what the Chiefs can do, because they scored 3 tries in about a 10-minute period. Sonny Bill Williams, Liam Maxim and Arizona Taumalolo.
Oh, there's plenty more tries left in the Chiefs.
Well, this is the first 4-try bonus point that the Chiefs have conceded in 2012.
Let him come down.
4-man line out for the Chiefs. Some big runners centre field lining up.
Tap down, and Leonard now gives it to Cruden, and they just need ball in hand, the Chiefs.
Roll Red!
Leonard, 19 is on there, young Sam Kane. Leonard, Schwalger, all tackles from Harris. Short side, not a lot to work with, so Messim is there and flirting with the touchline, but he does well. Advantage being played here. Red's a little too eager there at the breakdown, not releasing.
Well, that's only the second penalty the Reds have conceded this afternoon. How many did they concede last week, Crikey, against
17.
the Crusaders? Yeah, 17.
And they're not going to have a shot here. They're down by 14, so They know that if they can keep ball in hand, they can get back into this one, no doubt about it. The real pressure is on the Reds in this one. They need to win just about every game from here on in, where the Chiefs have got some points in the bank.
Well, the Chiefs got a bye next week, so they can rest up. They need to get some more width in their game.
Schwalger. Brilliantly picked up by Slipper. Now they go wide, and Lucas sends it down over the head of Andrew Horrell.
I think James Slipper was shaping to kick at one stage.
Just a little too much on that one, so they'll come back to the 22.
You talk about width, Tim Horan. I got a feeling they would have been better off throwing it wide and at least having a go, and then a dab along the sideline. A grubber kick, finding out if they can go wide. They don't. We just don't know. This season it hasn't gone straight away to the extremities.
And you've got two of the best wingers in the Australian Conference in Digby Ioane and Dom Shipley on the flanks.
Oh,
and amazing. The bounce is there for Shipley now.
It's amazing, 36 points the Reds have scored, and Digby Ioane's hardly touched the ball.
Digby hasn't scored a try at Suncorp Stadium this year. Remember, he was suspended for 5 matches, so missed a few home games. Lucas gives it now to Sayafa Enga. Lucas goes wide. Here's Ioane. Cruden holds on, and Digby tried to offload, couldn't control it, and now Masanga kicking ahead. Oh, the race is on. It's Masanga, and it's Ioane. Ioane gets back there, gets back up again. Play on. Gania has it. Latimer is over the top of him. Penalty. Advantage being played here for the Chiefs, yes. Oh, Digby Ioane saving the day. Masanga thought he had a try.
Well, there was brilliance because Ioane made a half break, got pulled down, so it was in the tackle he lost the ball.
He had to get off the ground.
He's gotten to his feet and chased and matched it with Masanga.
So the Chiefs get another crack here. They botched the line-out throw before Cano. All pressure now on Mo Schwalger.
Yeah, they were trying to be a bit too fancy with the triple loop, backflip line-out before. They just need to be simple, fast and direct, and get it there and get a good platform. They've got big boppers in their tight 5. They've got a really good chance to put some pressure on the Reds here. Execute the line out right first.
Lights taking over now at Suncorp Stadium. Schwalger, and again he's going to go to the back, and almost overthrown that time as well as Messam throws a wobbly old ball out, but Sonny Bill Williams has it. Tried to offload, he's only about 6 metres out. They rumble it up now. Tamiafuma.
Well, Bo Robinson was close.
Sonny Bill Williams, Masanga. Digby Ioane goes in and slows him. Advantage still being played here for the Chiefs as Kane runs it up.
Some numbers on the left for the Chiefs.
Still playing advantage. Here's Leonard. Got it out to Tamiafuna. Big man on little man, and Lucas held his ground. Now Leonard. Willis, and quick hands, try to the Chiefs. Asiali Pico Watuma.
Andrew Horrell again, I think it was, with quick hands. Gee, they're good to watch, the Chiefs, when they're on fire.
Well, when you've got a winger parked right on the sideline and you know that you feel safe if you encounter that last defender, flick it on, and he was there, and he was good enough just to run those last 4 metres.
They just had no room to work in there. And Horrell again, I think it was. Sharp hands. Brendan Leonard taking on the opposition because he knew that he had the advantage.
Tamiafuna, see here, they're sucking up defenders. Lucas is caught in close. Has to do some work there, and that's why there's only 2 Reds, 4 Chiefs, and they eventually get there. You called it Horrell, shoveling it on beautifully.
We said there was plenty more tries left in them. They hit straight back, the Chiefs.
Second try of the season for Pico Watuma. And Cruden, 59 minutes gone. Important conversion, this one. Pretty good strike, but it's going to stay out wide. So, 36-27.
Plenty of fresh legs too on the sideline for the Chiefs.
It's a bonus point try for the Chiefs, so they won't go away empty-handed if the score line remains the same.
There's no chance of that happening. The business quarter is about to begin.
The Reds were able to keep the Crusaders tryless in Christchurch last week. First time since 2000. The Crusaders couldn't score a try at home.
Well, that kick's just giving the ball back to the Chiefs. Wasn't deep enough to put pressure on.
Did you see what Anthony Fanga just did there? And it was all about timing. He missed it. He was going to go round the back of the kicker and steal the ball as he came down before the maul was formed. It's quite brilliant, but he mistimed it.
With a man down in back play. And it's the lock Brody Metallic.
Well, that looks like a good kick.
Yeah, line out on the 10-metre mark. So, as I mentioned not so long ago, the Chiefs know that if they can control a bit of ball, they'll work their way back into it. 9 points the difference at the moment. Metallic is 20 years of age, member of that champion New Zealand under-20 team in 2011.
I'll tell you who's been a big loss for the Chiefs since going off, Richard Kahui. Sonny Bill Williams hasn't been able to get the ball and get some rhythm without Kahui, centre partner there. Off with a dislocated shoulder, it sounds like.
Straight. Just seemed to rush it maybe at the end.
He had Saifanga just yelling in his face, asking the ref to make him throw it in.
And he had about 25,000 people in the stand behind me yelling at him as well to get it in.
Hurry up.
But the Chiefs have got such good options with their 2 second rowers, both being over 2 metres tall. Just simple speed of execution should always be the difference.
Coach! Touch! Pause! Engage!
Genia puts it in. Higginbotham flicks it out to Genia. Now Ioane up over halfway. Digby, one to beat. Eddie Orr throws a shocker. Just didn't get the pass right. It goes backwards off the Chiefs, but still promising signs there for Ioane in space.
Oh, it's a good ball back inside from Genia.
Chiefs have tidied up, but the Reds may have it back.
They've got it back. Now Genia gives it to Higginbotham.
That was flat.
Genia. Now the captain, Horwell. Greg Holmes. The crowd starts to roar again. Genia takes them on, mets them over the top and does well.
Yeah, he got isolated, Will Genia.
Reds will be lucky to get this out.
No, they've got it. And Horwell. Robinson. Plenty of white jerseys in there. Fanga.
Mike Harris standing back, ready for a field goal if he wants it. So just on the right-hand side of your picture, Mike Harris.
Here it comes.
There it goes. Good miss. 3 points.
Oh. Took a while for Marius Jonker to raise the arm.
Well, you could see him set him up. Genia had options, had forward runners left and right. Perfectly positioned. Took his time, Mike Harris, and snuck it through on the right-hand post.
It took their time with Marius Jonker giving their ruling.
And that's great experience from the Reds there to know that any points against a side like the Chiefs are going to make a difference. Other sides would have tried to go for the try to get over the line. Good composure by the Reds.
Well, they did so well last year with Quade Cooper in that position, taking 3 points. Went on offer.
39-27 to the Reds. So it was very good field position for them. So some people might be a little bit surprised that taking 3 points at this stage of the match, but it ticks the scoreboard over, at least.
Yeah, you get down to that 22 and you get a reward.
Now here's a kick across field, and it's not good.
Look out, Digby's coming.
It's straight into the arms of Masanga, and Digby makes the tackle. Sonny Bill Williams gets back there, and he's been thrown into the turf by Morahan, and the ball is loose, and who wants it? It's there for Harris. It's out the back door. It's a penalty.
Yeah, the tip tackle. But it's the fact that Sonny Bill Williams moved in the tackle.
Wasn't much in it, but the referees are looking out for it.
And Sonny Bill Williams a push there for Mike Harris.
Yeah, well, that's pretty weak from Sonny Bill too. Mike Harris was looking to apologise.
Digby was the first one.
That's Morahan.
That's Morahan.
Well, I don't know. I've seen worse.
You'd think a white card will come out.
Well, if I get the number. If I get the number.
What? Didn't get the number.
All right. Let me just speak. Maury, did you get a number for me?
Oh, he's not going to see it from that side.
Missed the end of it there.
All right.
Oh, mystery man.
Pretty lucky we didn't get the number. That was going to be yellow. Okay. So you need to address the discipline in your team. We can't have that. All right. Thank you.
So no white card.
Yeah, James, I think it's self-explanatory, so let's go with it.
Could have asked James Horwell to get someone to own up.
Mightn't be Catholic.
Well, it's a penalty to the Chiefs, and you heard the referee. If they had a number,
why don't they just ask the TMO?
And there was no white card there either. But
so what does that mean, Clarkie? No white card. Can Morahan still be cited?
Oh, yes, indeed.
So.
Yeah. There was not much in it, though, was there?
The Chiefs could ask for the incident to be reviewed, so they will play on, and Luke Morahan still out there. Is that a turning point?
Time off.
Well, we've got Ben Temurfuna being replaced, and also coming off is the captain, Craig Clark.
Toby Smith went on at prop. Kane Thompson, of course.
Kane Thompson, another one of the Samoan internationals. Cruden working it for Masanga. He straightens up to the 22. The Chiefs desperate to hit back now through Kane, and here's Thompson.
More Gill's in there again. Liam Gill, turnover.
Holmes. Genia. From inside the 22, advantage is over, and it's into touch. Good touch finder by Genia.
Well, I think it was a tandem, wasn't it? Liam Gill and Bo Robinson.
Yeah, Liam Gill's been a real thorn in the Chiefs' side through this game. You can see as the Chiefs take it into the ruck, and Liam Gill, Bo Robinson there, the tandem act, the double duo. It's actually Bo Robinson that got the turnover, but great pressure from the rest of the breakdown.
I don't think we have a stat turnover assist. I'll give that one to Liam Gill, but Bo Robinson got the pilfer.
20 red, send across, please.
Down to Kane, and now Cruden can't get past Lucas. Willison, good tackle. Greg Holmes, Cruden, Metallic. Safinger makes the tackle right on halfway. Leonard, Kane, Schwalger.
Good ball.
Oh, the support player is superb by the Chiefs.
Skill level high.
They're getting quick ball now, the Chiefs.
Schwalger almost lost it. That's sloppy. Sonny Bill Williams. Tikaratuma. Oh, almost through. And he offloaded. No, not gone. Went backwards, and through goes Horrell. Digby Ioane almost tried to intercept, and it's gone into touch off Ioane.
The sloppy works for the Chiefs. They love the loose stuff.
They're playing seven-a-side rugby, the Chiefs, and they're so confident when they do it. Horrell's been superb. He's thrown 2 passes for 2 tries tonight.
And the big call here, James Horwell has been replaced. The captain, is he out of petrol?
Oh, he's made an enormous amount of tackles and line-outs.
Adam Wallace-Harrison is on there. He's had a injury-interrupted season. So Horwell coming off the field. 16 is going on for the Chiefs. So Schwalger is off and Hicka Elliott is on.
No injuries, Cano, as he walked past you there?
No, I think Ewan's just taking advantage of the fact, and whilst you want to have a guy like James on the field at this critical moment, he hasn't had a lot of opportunity. See Justin Leonard there on the bench for the Chiefs to rest him, to let him re-energise himself.
So Bullard is on there in 20. Double round, that's gone forward, and it's been picked up by the Reds.
No one home.
Oh, charge down!
Come back to the scrum, I'd say.
Slipper, he's got to have a kick. Yeah, we'll come back for the scrum. Well, not the worst kick you've ever seen from a front row.
You watch the pressure that is put on Sonny Bill Williams, because you could see that he was going to offload to someone behind him. I think it might have been Mike Harris who moved up very quickly.
This is the charge. That's good. At this stage of the game, to be able to get off your line that quickly and put pressure on Genia, the knock forward had already occurred, okay?
I think James Slipper, as he looked up, saw some space and thought he'd put it in behind and chase through.
Right.
Nice and close, please.
And then the alarm clock went off.
I'll tell you who's had a really good game, Marius Yonkers. He's been able to let the game flow. It's been an open game, but
new personnel, head and shoulders.
He's been talking to the players and allowed quick ball for both teams.
Coach!
Away from the scrums, the game's been a beauty.
Touch!
9 tries at Suncorp Stadium Sunday under. Now early evening, Genia inside the 22 goes high for Morahan to chase. He's got the height advantage, and it's fallen into the arms of Simmons. Rob Simmons taken by Diko Ratuma and also Augustine Pulu. Sayafa Enga straightens, taken by Toby Smith. Reds looking for a killer punch here. Chip over the top from Genia and into touch, 5 metres out.
Yeah, smart play by Will Genia. Everyone would have behind me was expecting to run. It just keeps the pressure on the Chiefs. They've got to be the ones that are going 70 metres to get the points at the other end.
Yeah, that is clever stuff. This is what he was doing last year on the front foot, throwing it over the top.
Gee, this is a big call. Masanga being replaced.
That's enormous. I know Robinson's sharp.
We got an injury here.
Oh, no, he's got a sore hip, left hip, Masanga.
Robbie Robinson, sensational player. And that's what you want in the last 10 minutes, to try and score a couple of tries.
Well, do they like Sunday rugby at Suncorp Stadium? I think they do. 36,479.
They're getting their money's worth too.
So well done to rugby fans around southeast Queensland. And gee, the Reds, Cano, have been really lifted by their supporters today.
Yeah, they have. They've really found their voice. As you can see, the Chiefs supporters are on screen. They're trying their best, but they're getting drowned out by 30,000 Queensland supporters here.
No, but I reckon they might be Queenslanders if the scoreline stays the same.
That was their chance for mum at home over in Hamilton to see their kids. Look, they've made the big time. They're at Suncorp.
They haven't got that lunatic here with the chainsaw that pops up in Hamilton either.
Possum.
Well, the Chiefs, do not rule them out. There is still over 10 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time.
And they scored 3 tries in quick-fire fashion in the first half. Have they got enough petrol in the tank to do it again, though? There's the kick, and Shipley goes high and takes it brilliantly. Just growing in stature. Dom Shipley, 21 years of age. 6 tries this season.
That's where they've made a lot of metres this afternoon, the Reds, through the middle of the breakdown.
Over the top.
Not supporting your body weight, Scott Higginbotham.
So a penalty, a relieving penalty to the Chiefs, and Cruden racing in to put it into touch.
But the side like the Chiefs have got a very lateral defensive structure, commit few numbers to the breakdown. The pick and drive brings those boys in, and you do get easy yards if it's done effectively. And the Reds have done that tonight, particularly straight after half-time. It really gave them that launching pad to get those quick tries in succession. Great work at the pick and drive for the Reds tonight.
Another short line out for the Chiefs. They've had a few this afternoon. 4-man. Tomalolo and his friends in midfield.
Oh, Wallace Harrison's interrupted that.
Oof.
Robinson. Shipley. Taken by Elliott, and also Messam, and it's a dominant tackle as well.
Oh,
the Chiefs pour in.
That's a huge tackle from Messam.
Turnover. Pulu. Reserve scrum half thrown into the turf by Higginbotham. Elliott now to Cruden. And it goes to Sonny Bill Williams. Can he work a bit of magic? Yes, he puts Horrell into the gap, and Horrell cuts back on the inside. It was a great tackle by Morahan. Now Cruden.
Holes in the
Here
middle.
goes Smith. Thompson. They're not finished, the Chiefs. He pops it up, Cruden. Horrell. 22 is Robinson. Robinson into touch.
Oh, there's some fine attacking play from the Chiefs. They've actually come the full length of the field. Horrell again, the fullback for the Chiefs, pushing it on.
Oh, Robbie Robertson, he was through 2 phases before that on the right-hand side.
Here's a talking point, though. The man coming across to save the day for Queensland was Luke Morahan, who should have been
on the other side of the field.
Well, he made that tackle, and then, yeah. You know, could have still been in the bin.
Surely in this day and age, a referee is entitled to go to the television match official to identify someone who should be yellow carded.
Well, they know it was a yellow card offence.
Surely you're entitled to go upstairs and have a look at the replay. But
particularly when Sanzar have been very, very strict on that tip tackle this year. Digby Ioane's only recently returned from 5 weeks on the sideline, and Rob Horn is 2 games back from the Waratahs, and a couple of other players and other teams have got the same. So disappointing that they didn't get to refer it, but also if the Chiefs do lose this game, we're already talking about it. You'll imagine the Chiefs will be talking about it.
So it'll be a line-out throw for Safa'enga. Less than 8 minutes remaining. 39 to 27. Reds over the Chiefs. Taken by Wallace Harrison, the replacement. Tall timber. Ben Lucas is back in the pocket, but Genia's going to kick. And it's not out. Robbie Robinson. Crossfield he goes. Harris makes the pass, brilliantly picked up there by Horrell. It went forward. He's playing advantage, but the Reds might turn it over anyway. And Genia sends it down the other end.
Advantage is over.
Willison onto the left foot, no angle to work with, so he keeps it in the field of play. And Genia comes across. And he'll run it. No, he gives it to Harris. Harris looks up.
Oh, he hasn't got any friends.
And he lays it back, and the Reds arrive in time. And here's Genia, short side. Robinson off to Dom Shipley, taken by Willison. Harris cramping up on halfway. Oh, there's a big tackle coming in from Toby Smith. Liam Gill looked to offload, no support, went to ground.
Penalty coming up.
They're playing advantage. And it goes out to Lucas, and Digby Ioane looks up. He's got Taumalolo in front of him, and he gets past him. And he pops it up. Harris. Out it goes down to Fa'anga.
Run away. Step.
Genia. Robinson. Advantage being played again for the Reds. Do they slow things up and take a shot, or do they keep the pressure on? Here's Robinson.
Mike Harris down in back play again, cramping up.
I like the long advantage.
Might have been another incident. No, here we go. They're going to come back, and it's not quite at front. But so Harris is cramping up, so is he going to put his hand up, or will they give it to
Look at James Horwell.
Lucas?
Cat man from the sideline.
I know. No, you don't. Right, shot.
Well, Genia will have a shot.
Sam Kane was penalised for the Chiefs. The first time it was Willison.
This goes over, it wraps the game up for the Reds.
Now,
Oh,
number 8.
no, they scored 3 tries in 5 minutes, the Chiefs.
I'm not saying to stop watching. Geez, they'll be desperate then.
Oh, they'll really be desperate, and that's when you should be tuning in, because the last 5 minutes, as the clock ticks over to 75, 5 to go, it's going to be action-packed. The Chiefs desperate. If this kick is successful, they know they've got to score a couple of tries.
How well has Scott Higginbotham played this afternoon? I think he was one of the top try scorers last year for the Reds, and
4 this year.
Yep.
Well, it's not just tonight, Tim. This year, the thing for Scott Higginbotham that's impressed me and a lot of others is his consistency. He consistently plays exceptional football week in and week out.
Well, he's getting involved in the harder stuff in the middle rather than sort of being on the fringes out wide like he was last year. He's getting the hard work done first.
Cramp went away pretty quickly.
Magic sponge.
So Mike Harris. Crowd love it. James Horwell, Scott Higginbotham on the bench. They love it.
Well, that was his final act, Mike Harris. He's coming off now with cramps.
So 42-27. Is it enough for the Reds in this high-scoring extravaganza at Suncorp Stadium as the Chiefs kick off and go pretty short, taken there though. And the Reds have it.
Oh, Ed Quirk's on.
Yeah, Quirk on there for Higginbotham. Now it's Adam Wallace-Harrison.
He's made an impact since he's coming on, Adam Wallace-Harrison.
Through the back legs to Robinson. Messon made the tackle. Genia, one over the top and right into the arms of Robbie Robinson. He gets it out to Horrell, who's had some nice touches. So too is this man, Tigkoi Rotima. Stolen. Genia. And across here is Davies. He's got some toe, Rod Davies. Cruden getting back. Cruden, he has it. Davies makes the tackle. The white jerseys get there in time. Latimer.
Oh, there's some tired players out there on both teams now. The Chiefs have got a massive line up to the left.
Holes everywhere. Sonny Bill Williams. Little bit of a shimmy, then he goes again. He pops it back on the inside. It's been lost forward by Simmons, so it's advantage here for the Chiefs. Hicka Elliott has it. 2.5 remaining. 42-27.
Tamalolo.
Touch the big man.
Morahan again. That's 3 try-savers.
Luke Morahan.
What do you want from your fullback? That sort of stuff.
To tackle one of the biggest players on the field, going for his 9th try of the season.
And that would have been the most impressive try of the lot. Down the sideline, you see he's got open space and he can move for a big man. He probably needed to come into centre field a little bit more rather than touch the sideline like he was.
He probably needed to chip and chase.
But that is the 2nd try that Luke Morahan has saved while he should have been in the sin bin.
Oh, no, but he also, I'm counting that as the 3rd. And he's off the field.
So he's been replaced now, Luke Morahan.
Yeah, Nick Frisbee's come on as his replacement.
But it's there for the Chiefs. The Reds couldn't win the line out.
Leave it down, leave it.
Chiefs have got 1 bonus point for scoring 4 tries.
They'll be looking for his 2nd one.
And again, Williams was able to evade the first tackler. He stands, he gives it to Messam. Gill is over the top of it, stolen. Genia, he will clear.
Tomalolo's
What's he doing out there?
No, it's there for Horrell. And he fires it across now to Cruden.
He's got a great passing game, Horrell.
Cruden goes to ground, releases it, so plays it again. It's legal. Now Toby Smith, taken by Wallace Harrison and also Greg Holmes.
Right, release it now, Red. No, hands, Red.
Pulu to Elliott. And what is Horrell? Tamalolo. Elliott has it.
These players, both teams will struggle to walk off the field.
Kane running onto that pass for Tigkoi Rotuma.
Oh, it's been a Mother's Day marathon.
Straighten it up, straighten it up.
And into touch it goes on the far side. So less than 30 seconds remaining. The Reds desperate for a win. And a bonus point victory even better.
So that'll mean the Reds should sit on 31 points.
Still behind the Brumbies on the Australian Conference, and about, I believe, 4 or 5 behind the Sharks, who thumped the Western Force overnight.
Oh, brilliant game of rugby, both sides. The Chiefs 3 tries in 8 minutes just before half-time. Then the Reds 1 on half-time and 2 in 5 minutes straight after half-time.
Reds also behind the Highlanders in the Hurricanes. So we've got that battle for the 6th spot in the playoffs really hotting up now. There's 4 or 5 teams that can realistically make it if things go their way.
I'll tell you what, though, the Chiefs are going to be so hard to beat in this competition. For mine, the Chiefs, Stormers and Bulls have been outstanding so far. Guinea will put this in the touch.
It's all over, and it's a wonderful victory for the Queensland Reds in front of a big crowd at Suncorp Stadium, 36,479. At half-time, the Chiefs led by 22 points to 15. Then the Reds came out after half-time and went bang, bang, bang. 3 tries in quick succession. They got out to 36-22. Chiefs came back, but the Reds held on to win it. 42 points to 27.
Well, defensively, the Reds set the game up. But the Chiefs, I tell you what, just before half-time, they put 3 tries on. But, Marto, you'd have to say, that first 5 minutes after half-time, when half the crowd hadn't even taken their seat, and the Reds just scored 2 very quick tries.
That was coaching as well. They'd done their homework. Ewan McKenzie had sent them back out onto the field, said, work them up the centre, work them up the centre. They won the ball from the kickoff. That was also coaching. I think that's where the game tipped on its head.
Well, we're going to talk about the wonderful rugby that was played. We're going to talk about some of the more senior Reds really working themselves back into top form. I'm talking about the likes of Genia and Horwell. Good to see Digby-Wani getting involved. I'll tell you what, of course, we're going to talk about the man that should have been in the sin bin, Luke Morahan, but he wasn't identified, and so he stayed on the field and saved a few tries.
I'll tell you who's come a long way in the last 6 months is Jake Schatz, playing alongside Scott Higginbotham as well. But
Liam Gill, what a tournament he looks like he's going to have in the Under-20 World Cup in South Africa next month. Brandon Kennett is with a pretty happy Reds captain, you would think.
Well, James, to keep your season alive, you had to win. It's starting today. Great outcome.
Yeah, it was a really good outcome. I think, you know, there was parts there in the game we didn't get right, and I think the start of the game we started really well, and then there was probably a patch of 25 to 30 minutes where we didn't really have any ball, and, you know, we saw how dangerous the Chiefs can be, and then, you know, just before either side of half-time, we really put on a couple of good tries which set up the win.
Just before half-time, you made that crucial decision to kick for the corner rather than take the points. You believed you could score? Yeah,
I felt that if we held onto the ball, we would get a result, and you know, that was something that we'd spoken about during the week, that we needed to have patience in the A zone, and when we did do that, you know, we saw we came away with points, and that was a big positive for us, because in the last couple of weeks it's probably something we haven't done.
Mate, what was said at half-time, because you came out of the blocks and you exploded? Yeah, well, we said pretty much that. We know we had to really give it to them to the start off this half and set it up, and you know, we did that, and credit to our guys. They, you know, that first try with the forwards there, you know, we just we got a roll on and we kept going. The structure of the Reds tonight was impressive. Your pick and drive really put the Chiefs under pressure. Yeah, we knew that they are, you know, they're a very good defensive side, and you know, they fan quite well. So we knew we had to dent the line a bit, and we did that, you know, close to the ruck. All the best, James. Thanks very much, mate. And a disappointed Chiefs captain, Craig Clark, joins me. Craig, this impressive run that the Chiefs have put on the table in 2012 has come to an end. Yeah, it has. I guess we were definitely outplayed, especially that stint just after half-time where the Reds got a roll on and took us on around the fringes, and they got a couple of tries out of it. So, you know, that's something we have to look at. They managed to penetrate what has been a really impressive feature for the Chiefs this year, your defence, with that pick and drive. Yeah, and it happened to us last week too, a little bit from line out. So, you know, we're certainly going to have to look at it and see how we can combat it. Obviously, when you're winning, it's easy to gloss over things, but you learn a lot from your mistakes and your losses. Tonight, what did the Chiefs learn? Yeah, well, we've been working very hard still, even though we're winning and picking apart our game. But I guess the areas that we'll look at are around the fringes where they took us on, and the line-out drive where they scored.
The other parts of our game are pretty good. We were still scoring a few tries and that, so those key areas.
Did it affect the momentum of the side when Richard Kahui went off with what appears to be a dislocated shoulder in the first half?
Oh, you always when you lose a guy like of that quality, it's always tough. But we've got a good squad, and Jackson come on, and he's a good player. So it's disappointing, but you just got to move on.
All right, mate. Long way to go. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, the Chiefs have a bye, so they can look back, do a bit of soul searching, and then get ready for the run to the playoffs. Next week, the Reds have the Lions here at Suncorp Stadium. But a wonderful win by the Reds, a bonus point victory, 42 points to 27. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back with our post-game show to wrap it all up. So stay with us on Fox Sports, Australia's sports leader.